Hello everyone, Blaster here again, bringing you another video that I hope that you find rather interesting. This is going to be another one of those local report videos. I haven't filmed one in a while, and I have meant to film one on previous weeks, just that I didn't have like a good window of opportunity to do so. So I'm just I think this is the perfect moment. And if you have seen my videos before, you know that this is a place where I'm just describing you like how the deck performed, what changes I would have made to make the deck better, to adjust the current meta game and such. And you know that these videos are unscripted, so I'm probably going to end up rambling a lot, but I just hope that this video is not longer than it should be because there's a lot of things that I want to talk about and that are very important regarding, especially with the upcoming release of Rage of the Abyss. So guys, if you like the content that you see, please like, share, and subscribe. But if you're not doing any of that, at the absolute least, please leave me a comment because I always love reading your feedback. So let's get right into it. Regarding the performance of the deck, I have been really liking the current deck that I'm playing right now. Actually, I didn't lose any single game, but it doesn't mean that it didn't came with a caveat. Like I had like one major design flaw during this tournament that it has made me change the deck list yet again. And so let's cover that right into it because like I said, I didn't lose any single game, but I was victim of the time rules. And during this tournament, it was kind of like a low attendance week. So we made a bunch of rounds, and whoever like the top two players that got the most amount of points got to play the finals. And because I went into time in two games, I just barely got out of the top cut. I was placed in third place. So yeah, that is like if I just had like just one single card in my extra deck to make up for the time rules, I would have won and made it into the final. So let's just get right into it, right? So I'm going to go quickly to the deck list part of the deck. Elemental Hero Neos, I don't think you guys need any explanation about that. The Wing Hero level 6. I've been really liking this card as of lately because it just covers a lot of stuff, like really like small gaps in the deck in the format that is this one additional disruption. May not seem like much, but every single disruption counts. Always, sometimes it is like the deciding factor of winning and losing. Also, it's just an elemental hero, also a favorite card, so it's an additional target for you to add with like Flame Wing and Infernal Rage. And also that is also like an important thing to take into consideration because sometimes you're missing a monster in your hand, right? Because sometimes, let's say you need like a discard fodder for like fairies, and if you happen to like summon like the Infernal Rage and you already have the trap, you get the Winkerivo, then you can discard for fairies and something like. There are a lot of like niche applications that covers this card covers a lot of gaps because it is also like a level 6 monster, elemental hero, a level 6 elemental hero monster that is also like a good target for like the fusion summon of DPE. Like there are a lot of things this card is good about. And also like double Shadow Mist. I know a lot of people only play one, but I just really like playing two, at least in my particular version of the deck, because I use Shadow Mist for several reasons, several applications, and a lot of them require having Shadow Mist in the deck. So if I happen to draw into the only copy that I play, then some strategies that I play may fall apart. So I just want to make sure that I at least have one in my deck. Okay, I'm just a really big fan of playing two of this card. Also, you guys know me, I really like this card. This is Elemental Hero Placement. I have like an entire video explaining you how this card works and why you should be playing it. And if you haven't seen it, I would recommend you to do so. I'm going to leave the video in the description, like the link in the description. Also, Triple Elemental Hero Stratos. I really like this card. It's like the heart and soul of the deck. At least of this current version. Perhaps whenever like the evil hero part of the deck comes, these ratios may change, and I'll explain you that eventually whenever I get to release the evil hero combos, the combo tutorial updated. Which, by the way, if you are interested in that kind of content, I would recommend you please subscribe and activate the notification bell so you know whenever I drop in that video. And well, we'll get that into that eventually. Also, like triple fairies, I don't think I have to explain that. Like same with these two cards, like this is very standard ratios. Same with like the triple malicious, the denier, and the plasma. So those are all the monsters, and I know like if you notice, I'm no longer playing Liquid Soldier. I don't know what to tell you guys about. It's just that like as of lately I have been needing like the Liquid Soldier less and less, or at least currently in the TCG. It's just I would rather play like the Winker Rebel level 6 than the Liquid Soldier. I mean, obviously it's not a bad card per se, but it's just that like I've been playing both like the Winker Evo and the Liquid Soldier, and every single time like just like the Liquid Soldier is coming up less. So yeah, I am sorry for all of you Liquid Soldier enjoyers. Let's get into spells and traps. I play triple droplet, triple Buffak Eclipse, and yeah, why not, right? And also like triple impermanence. I play also like the Call by the Grave, and let's say these are like the important non-engine spots that I play in my deck that work as board breaker. And this is, let's say, this is the new addition into the main deck, because I know if you guys saw my previous videos, because I ever since I got like FTK'd by the puppets, I just decided like, no, I have to play these kind of cards in my main deck, and I also play additional hand traps in my side deck because I don't want to feel like like I have like zero counterplay to some sort of strategy. I just want to diversify the way I play the game, and obviously you have seen my previous videos. I Impermanence is a really good card because it's, let's say, a pseudo board breaker. Like it forces some disruption out. Like if you feel like, let's say you open like 4 cards that are engine, and then your 5th card that you draw is like impermanence, and you feel like your sole impermanence is not enough to stop an opponent from playing. Maybe you may want to hold onto it because perhaps it has more value in your turn, because it will force a negate or it will force an interaction from your opponent. And if you combine it with, let's say, another card, it's a really good pair with like Forbidden Droplet, and even with the Book of Eclipse, because if they waste something on the impermanent, maybe they don't have a way to stop like the Book of Eclipse, and it's a stronger result, right? And let's keep going. Like I play like triple emergency call. I know a lot of people don't play this card, or whenever they play this card, they play like 1, 2 at most, because they feel like they make the deck too normal summon reliant. I just really like this card. I always find ways to get max value out of it, because my deck is revolved around. I mean, I've made this version of the deck like knowing the, let's say, the limitations and such, and I really like playing this at 3 copies. I'll tell you what our cards get the max value out of this, but I'm also playing like triple Hero Lips and triple Fusion Destiny. I don't think that I have to particularly explain this ratio. Two mask change, I really like. As of lately, I've been really liking this ratio. Whereas like I like opening the card, but I don't like opening like every single time, or like opening at multiple copies. It's just I want to play like, honestly, you could play one like this, that is the bare minimum, but the reason why I play two is because perhaps you're, let's say, you have to normal summon Stratos, you have to resolve that effect, and if your opponent activates something on Stratos, you can activate the mask change, summon like the blast, and you still have like another copy to search with Shadow Mist at the end of the combo, so you still have a way to summon like the Dark Law. So yeah, also double polymerization. I know a lot of people only play one, and this is something that I've been telling you guys about for the longest of time. I really think that you should be playing two polymerizations, and not because you want, let's say, because if you open one then you lose value, let's say on the Bion or something like that. It's just that there are combos that require you to have two polymerizations in your deck to achieve full combo. One of those combos is like opening Stratos plus polymerization. If you like, whenever you play two polymerizations, opening like this is full combo. And if you want to know how to do this full combo, I would also recommend you please watch the tutorials that I'm going to link in the description below, so you know, like, there are so many combo lines that will get you into the end board that you always want to end if you play two of this card. Like, you should play like, I've been repeating myself to that. If you're not playing two polymerizations, I think you're playing your deck wrong. Okay. And also like the one-offs, which were going to be like reinforcement of the army, like Foolish Burial, like Miracle Fusion, and also I'm playing double EN Shuffle. I know a lot of people are not playing this card, especially because they're not playing the Placement, but like, I've been telling you guys that Placement is a really good card because it's a really good workaround Dimension Shifter, and also like the coming Fubulas from Rage of the Abyss. But like, if you don't get countered by those cards, it also has like more value because it's like a good starter. And if you happen to get disrupted because it's a normal summon, I really like this card because it's a way to compensate for the fact that because you're playing a higher card count and you do not open like Hero Lips or Fusion Destiny, this is a way to play through disruption and still like having more additional summons, more additional ways to get into the board that you want to end, right? And finally, but not least, the favorite contact, and this is a clean 50 card count. Like I said, maybe a lot of people do not know about everything that I play or why everything is the way it is, or maybe they like the deck list and they try it by themselves, but they end up like taking like, oh no, okay, I'm not gonna play like this, I'm not playing like this, and I'm taking this out, and then I'm taking this out, and then they try it and they feel like, oh man, I don't like the Blazeman because I whenever I drew it, it didn't feel impactful enough, so I don't want to play it, and they start to change the deck list until it no longer resembles what I was playing, right? And they say like, no, the deck is not good, your version is not good, or I do not get why you play the things that you play. But just understand that if you change the ratios of what I'm playing, your results are going to vary, right? This is how I would recommend you to play my particular version, right? If you have another idea, or you have another way to like, you have another vision of your deck, it's okay. It's just that this is my recommendation, okay? I don't want to make the video longer than it should be. So yeah, let's move into the extra deck, which is going to be the most important part to discuss right now, and also the side deck, right? So let's go quickly into it. The extra deck is 2 Cross Crusader, Infernal Deviser, Wonder Driver, the Dread Decimator, Flame Wingman, Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, and now the new addition for this, because of the time rules, is Destiny Hero Dystopia. I really wish that I had this card in this tournament because 2 games went into time, and I'm pretty sure like at least in one of them I could have summoned this, burned my opponent for like the 1100 of the denier, and I would have won that game. It would have made a huge difference. And right now, like I'm having like, I don't know what to do about what to cut to make this in, because perhaps one of the spots that people would say should be cutting is Destiny Hero Dangerous, but it's just, I don't know about that, because like you do not choose, you cannot control what you draw, right, on your opening hand. And let's say if you were to open like this, let's say you open like this, then you essentially well, not like this, let's say something like this, right? If you were to open like this, you will be thinking that this is a really bad hand, and you bricked, and you have no way to like end on anything. But like by just playing this card, you can achieve full combo with this hand. It's just the only caveat is that because you have to use Shadow Mist effect pretty early into the combo, that means that you're not ending on a Dogla, but you end on Plasma, but you still end on the full combo board. So I don't want to like say open like this and have no play. Also, one of the hands where this becomes relevant is because perhaps you open like really like I don't know, like let's say something like this, right? Hands that you cannot control what you draw, and this is the kind of hands where like Dangers can help you out to not like completely break, especially because you're not playing the Liquid Soldier. And yeah, I don't want to make this longer than it should be. Okay. Also, I'm playing like the Mask Heroes, Mask Hero Blast, and Mask Hero Daglo. I know a lot of people play 2, but I think that 1 is good enough, because if you happen to get outed, like if your Daglo gets outed, like even if you were to summon another one later on, like unless you hard open or you have a way to search into Mass Change and you already have one in your hand, there's really no way, or let's say it's not that you don't have other ways. It's ever rarely going to matter, because like I said, if you do not play this card like before your opponent does anything, like the value that this card gives you like decreases dramatically. Also, like Sunrise, nothing to explain about this. Trinity, I know a lot of people would say like, okay, you should be cutting this, but like I really like Trinity because it's just one like in an OTK option whenever you are under like Fusion Destiny. I don't want to cut this card. Like if you have seen my video about the Duelist Cup from Master Duel, like this card came a lot. Like I don't want to cut it. The card that I decided to cut for now was the second Wake Up. I was playing 2 Wake Ups, but now I'm just playing 1. I don't know, like if I will if I'm going to stay that way, if I'm going to let this stay that way, perhaps I will eventually perhaps cut the Dangerous or maybe something else to make room for the Dystopia. For right now, I'm just playing just 1 Wake Up, and finally the Shining Neos Wingman. And finally the side deck, very streamlined. I was playing triple evenly match, triple Dark Ruler No More. These cards were really good during this tournament, especially against like Yubel and such. You need these cards. Um, yeah, because perhaps you already know that some of the board breakers that you play here are not good enough, or you want to play more. Just have them in your side deck you because these cards are only good whenever you know you're going second. So that's why I like them having in my side deck. Also, I'm playing like triple crossout and two of the most pesky hand traps, right? Because not only you get to play these ones yourself, you get to negate them with like the crossout designator. Um, Obviously, perhaps post like whenever Rage of the Abyss releases, you will have to main deck this card alongside perhaps at absolutely least one copy of the Molchami Fuwaros, and then you have to play like triple crossout designator so your opponent doesn't like use it against you, right? So that's the deck, also the side deck, and I think this is a good segue to talk about the incoming like release of Rage of the Abyss, because the set is going to warp the game again, because the release of Molchami Fugulas will essentially mean that we have Max C again in the game. And obviously for this deck, the Fugulas is going to be Maxi because every single good special summon that we perform comes from the deck or the extra deck. Like the Perulia, it was like it didn't do anything against us, but like this one is going to do is essentially Maxi against us. So you will be forced to play those cards. But the thing that I would tell you about right now about the current iteration of Heroes is that you cannot play more than 50 cards. 50 is like the maximum amount that you could play without breaking. And gotta be honest, I really like this deck. I really like the rages that I'm playing and such. But I feel like I'm probably gonna have to make some concessions in the form that perhaps I'll have to take out perhaps the Book of Eclipse, place them here in like the side deck, and perhaps playing like the triple Ash Blossoms, and perhaps taking out something else to make space for like the Fugulas and the crossouts. But the thing is that you only have so much space. It never feels enough. And like the moment that you go up 50, you start getting really weird hands, or you start opening like maybe too much non-engine, and you start breaking because of that. And it's just a very complex situation to be in Heroes. Gotta be honest, this is what I want to reach is that first and foremost, I don't think I'll be playing TCG in the upcoming months, because I just don't have the money to invest in the game. Like the amount of money that you have to invest right now to just be on even ground with with other players that do spend that kind of money is just ridiculous, man. This is just a hobby for me. It's not like it's not like I want to spend like 500 for just a playset of cards. Like it's just literally paying for cardboard, man. I don't feel like doing that. And right now I'm just on the waiting room until like the evil hero support comes, because like I said, like there's just not enough space for you to play this kind of like hand traps and not break, right? And the new support is going to help you really. It's going to help you a lot, because you will have ways to play the game without requiring like very specific combination of cards, and also your end boards become way stronger. So you want to get the evil hero support, and I'm already getting prepared. I already have my like the Sinister Necrom and the triple copies of like the Adusted Gold, and also like one copy of Malicious Veins, although I gotta be honest, perhaps this is not going to be needed, but I still have it nonetheless. I would recommend you like get everything right now before like it gets expensive, because I'm pretty sure like this upcoming support is really good, like really good, perhaps meta defining good, like on the in the sense that the support is going to be that good that perhaps heroes might be seen as a meta game, as a meta deck. Sorry, it's going to seen as a meta deck. And honestly, the end boards that you can achieve, like if you get like no disruption, or you find ways to stop your opponent from disrupting you, the end boards are just really unfair. Like they are so degenerate, and that's why I'm going to release soon enough like the new combo tutorial for like the new support. And gotta be honest, like the crazy boards that you can get with like the new cards is really disgusting. Although gotta say, perhaps that version of like the crazy end board combo version of the deck may not be like the most competitive one. I'm going to release perhaps because of that, perhaps I'm going to release the combo tutorial in two parts, where we have like the really crazy stuff happening, and then like perhaps more contained, like another version where it's more contained but is aimed to like not die immediately to let's say common disruption that you're going to see. Because um like the deck is really strong, really like very super duper gas oriented, but you're going to hard lose to cards like Dimension Shifter, or if you get full loss, you cannot do your combo, because otherwise you're giving your opponent like 20 cards. Or like if you get Droll and Lockbird, you are also not playing, so you have to find a more like, let's say, a more even kind of build that can deal with that kind of stuff. And like I said, that's why you will be playing 60 cards. I don't think you could play this deck with a lesser card count, because I mean you could technically do that, but it's essentially like a pure gas version, like a pure engine version, but it's going to hard lose to like all these threats that I've been telling you about, right? Because you will be forced to play like triple Cross a Designer, playing like the triple Ash Blossom and the triple Fuwalas to stop your opponent too. So that's essentially 60 cards. So yeah. Um and like I said, I don't want to make the video longer than it should be. Just know that I'm going to be taking a break after Rage of the Abyss releases, because I don't want to spend that much amount of money on the game, and I'm just saving up until like the new Evil Hero support comes, because obviously that is the content of my channel, playing heroes. And I, at the absolute least, I need the new support so I can play all these hand traps without breaking. So yeah, this is going to be the end of the video, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like the content. But if you're not doing that, at the absolute least, please leave me a comment, because I always love reading your feedback. This is Blessar signing out.